He went bankrupt and was arrested on a charge for prostitution-related activities. Now he leads a high-profile $200 million taxpayer-funded jobs program for the city of San Antonio.
Records recently uncovered by KSAT are raising questions about the city's vetting and hiring of Michael Ramsey, the city's head of workforce development. Questions that City Hall reporter Garrett Berger tells us the city is not giving us a chance to ask in person.
That gives me the confidence.
Friendly and professional. For the past 2.5 years, Michael Ramsey has been the face of the $200 million San Antonio Ready to Work program, the sputtering start of which has started to be questioned. The 9-figure training program aims to get thousands of San Antonians through certification and degree programs and into quality jobs. KSAT has learned when Ramsey's selection as Executive Director of Workforce Development was publicly announced in August 2021, it was less than 4 months after he had been arrested in his previous home state of Florida. In April that year, a Tampa area sheriff included Ramsey's mugshot when talking about a week-and-a-half-long string of sting operations ahead of WrestleMania. Though his individual booking charge isn't listed in the news release, we found other records from a background check website and a pair of third-party mugshot aggregator websites that indicate it was for unlawful acts related to a public solicitation event, a misdemeanor. One of the sites even pops up with a Google search of Ramsey's full name and Florida.
First photo.
We were unable to get official arrest or court records through either the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, the Office of the State's Attorney, or the County Clerk of Court's office, or our usual background check site, indicating the records were likely expunged.
We emailed Ramsey and a city spokeswoman to ask specifically if that was the case, but the spokeswoman said they had nothing to add.
It's not clear when such an expunction may have happened, but the time between Ramsey's April 7th arrest and the August 3rd announcement of his hiring was only 118 days. And a background check site indicated the case lasted until at least mid-July, possibly late August. Meanwhile, federal court records show Ramsey and his wife filed for bankruptcy in August 2008 when he was an assistant principal at a public high school. Filings show they had $188,000 in debt, mostly from student loans, educational debt, credit cards, and a car loan.
We emailed the city of San Antonio and Ramsey directly to ask for interviews for this story. A spokeswoman did not make City Manager Eric Walsh or other city officials available and asked to see the records we uncovered. We refused.
She sent us a statement saying the city has no record of any arrest or conviction involving Ramsey. And, quote, at the time of hire, Workforce Development Executive Director Michael Ramsey's background check indicated that he had no criminal history. The city conducted a subsequent criminal background check that validated the absence of any criminal record. She also said the city performs credit checks on applicants, quote, when relevant, but Ramsey's bankruptcy would not have disqualified him from consideration. The same spokeswoman later emailed a statement she said was attributable to Ramsey himself, in which he says he has no criminal record and that he disclosed everything I was required to disclose. He also went on to say, quote, this story being deemed as newsworthy highlights the challenge that is ever present for many people in our community, particularly people of color who have had previous justice system involvement. Whether investigated, charged, or convicted, we must continue to eradicate this bias that presents a barrier to employment for a great multitude of San Antonians. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
It is not clear if the arrest and charge would have been enough to derail Ramsey's hiring had it been found.
And KSAT is not aware of any information indicating he was ever convicted of the Hillsborough County charge. Information we reviewed show state closed file diversion in mid-July of that year and that prosecutors declined to continue prosecution in late August. KSAT is not aware of any accusations of professional misconduct either.
And Ramsey defended his performance in his statement. You can read all of what he and a city spokesperson had to say. Find those full statements on KSAT.com. Thanks for watching KSAT. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with San Antonio's latest news and weather.